Hello again. This might be it was like the 19th or 20th episode. I don't even keep count. Yeah, this is the Mental Threats Podcast. I'm your host, Toasty. I'm here with a longtime friend of mine, Taylor Huntley. Taylor, if you'd like to say anything.
Mihoy. How are y'all doing?
He literally went mihoy me. That's the SpongeBob thing, right?
Yes. SpongeBob references here all day, every day.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Like, you had to, literally, you gotta let me know what you got. My bad. It's just dude, I don't even know if they can hear us, but I'm gonna put it in the middle, you can hear. Yeah, I think they can hear, but I'm just gonna have to turn it, side to side and everything.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, there's, a new format I'm doing now just to get more people on and everything. Because I have, one microphone and everything, and then, I had to, put money into buying, another microphone and shit.
Okay.
It's really some bullshit, really, but it's just I'm broke and I'm a college student, so it's just...
We all broke out here, but we making it.
You're making it well, though. We're currently driving in a Grand Theft Auto type car, like a Chrysler 300?
Yes, Chrysler 300S with a couple modifications. I love it. But
So basically a superhero car.
No. Not at all. Just my car. That's about it.
You could fight crime with this car, man. I'm just saying.
You could. It's a big boat, so you could basically just run people over, but not run people over per se, but just hit somebody in the back and you'll be fine because your car's a little bit beefier and heftier than a lot of other cars, so
Okay, so run over like criminals and insurgents and stuff like that.
Of course, if we're talking about running over people, yes.
Yeah, some very not nice people. Anyway, but yeah, me and Taylor go back to Queens Grand and everything. He's one of the few people I'm pretty much cool with to in my 20s and everything. Dang, I'm literally 23. I'm about to turn 24 in February. That's scary as hell, to be honest. It really is. How you feeling about getting old, Taylor?
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it for sure. My bones, my back, my just everything. I'm feeling it.
You sure it's just not like that Krav Maga shit you haven't doing?
No, that's just fun. So getting beat up for doing that's just fun because you do sparring and stuff like that. So, honestly, it's just a matter of what feels. The way I think about it, that's not what hurts me or makes me feel bad. That actually kind of rejuvenates me, put me back in a healthy mood. It's more of it's kind of like a meditation because you do a little bit of meditation over there. So it's just something to help your brain and make you want to do a mental note of,
No, I feel that, man. For real, man. That's one of the reasons I need to get back into boxing for sure. Because I know it's just the whole sense of just defending yourself and stuff. Oh, snap! So you're just gonna avoid the whole.
We're just gonna park.
Just gonna park, yeah. Park and talk.
And then we'll get the food.
All right, cool. I'll probably have to pause in between. You don't want to go and make an order and shit. You're about to make an order right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna park so we can talk.
Okay. And okay, all right. Keep them note we're at the cookout on Albemarle Road. Is this Albemarle Road? Yeah, Albemarle Road. You could have went to the one on Eastway too. Why is there always a Wendy's not too far from a cookout? I'm starting to pick that up right now. There's always a Wendy's right next to a cookout.
They're building another Wendy's 5 minutes down the road.
I bet there's gonna be another cookout 5 minutes down the road too. It's just are they just neck and neck trying to compete with each other? I
have no idea. Yeah. I know the Taco Bell's over there too.
Oh yeah, Taco Bell with the KFC.
Next to the Lowe's and the Chick-fil-A.
Next to the Lowe's and Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you're from Charlotte, you're already visualizing all this shit. Okay, you can't even figure out what you want to eat. There's so many options. But it's yeah, man, that's cool that you're picking out Krav Maga. It's Krav Maga, that's mostly striking based or grappling based or what?
It's it's a mixture of both. So what it is, it's basically, if you want to think about it, it is MMA just with no rules. So you don't have to, we do groin kicks, we do eye gouging, we do just everything. It's basically a survival thing. So you just focus on keeping yourself alive and whoever's with you at the moment. So we do a lot of just mixtures, MMA. We do jiu-jitsu, we do Muay Thai, we do a little bit of everything, so.
That is pretty freaking cool, though. Because it's the first time I even heard the term of, Krav Maga, that was, in the show Archer. I know you watch Archer, right?
I haven't watched a lot. I don't have a lot of time between job and sleep, so.
No, I feel that if you never watch Archer. He's basically saying, I have a life, basically.
No, I don't. I don't have a life at all.
Okay, all right.
It's basically just job and work, and that's it.
Okay,
Or job, or yeah, basically job and work, since that's the same thing. No, but it's basically job, sleep, eat. That's it.
Now I'm basically early 20s. That shit. Oh, I'm 20 freaking 3, man. I'm so scared for life right now. Anyway, it's just like literally like, but it's just like anyway, yeah. That's when I first heard about the terminology of Krav Maga and everything. So it's like it's basically like, was it made in like Russia or something like that?
No, it's I'm pretty sure it's based out of like it's from the Israeli commandos, I'm pretty sure. So it's based out of that. A lot of the United States Special Forces, most of them practice Krav Maga. I know there's a lot of mercenaries and stuff that practice Krav Maga, a lot of operators, stuff like that. So I mean, it's pretty cool. It's fun. It's interesting. The place that we do the Krav Maga, they do a lot of like just concealed carry training. They do a mixture of everything. So like it's all for safety and to keep you safe, to keep whoever you're working with or whoever your spouse is, stuff like that, to keep them safe. And it's pretty chill. Like I got I got a friend who does, what is it? It's Russian Sistema classes too there, and I haven't been in that yet, but I'm trying to work towards that. That'd be nice. So that's like a less aggressive type, because when you got Krav is more aggressive, whereas Russian Sistema is kind of more of like a patiently waiting type thing. So like you use the person's, I think, own energy or own like aggression towards them, but you don't put aggression back. So you just like use their aggression to trip them, do other stuff like that. So it's pretty chill. But
That's good, man. You seem to have like a huge like mindset. Did I say mindset? Is that make any sense? How do you have a mindset for martial arts? You seem to have a vibe. Like, yeah.
Bruce Lee had a mindset for martial arts, but that's because he made his own stuff.
Yeah, he made Jeet Kune Do, right? He created Jeet Kune Do, and what is Jeet Kune Do basically a mixture of?
I mean, me personally, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I haven't looked into that. I just know it's basically out of like, it's kind of out of the box thinking. So like you just do, like, when you say out of the box, it's like, you know, you just whatever comes to mind in a fluent and flowing way. So I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what I've heard is basically what it's like.
Dude, Bruce Lee is forever like goated, like for real. Some people say he's like the father of MMA. Do you like? Is that?
Yeah, he probably is, for sure.
Now, what would make somebody like the father of mixed martial arts, basically? Because he mixed a whole lot of martial arts and made Jeet Kune Do.
I'm pretty sure you're right about that. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm not an expert on any of that. I just do the stuff, so I'm not gonna say if I know or not, because I don't. I pretty much know nothing compared to a lot of people. I'm only 23 as well, so I'm still learning.
Yeah, man, 23, that's a weird age, man, because it's like, I don't know. Part of me feels like, I feel like everyone's maturity levels at different levels and everything. Like, I would say, like, when it comes to, like, emotional intelligence, I would say I'm pretty mature in that case. Like, common sense-wise, I feel like I dropped the ball a lot. Let's just see, what other forms of, like, wisdom? I feel like I'm the wisest I've ever been. I just feel like I'm older. So it's just like, but there's still a sense of just like, but I don't really know much about everything, you know? So I feel like that's pretty much what intelligence is. What it's like, you know a lot, I guess. You acknowledge what you know, but you do know there's like a huge space for you to like, to learn and everything. And it's just like, you know, like in that sense, there's always like a part of me that kind of feels like I'm still like that 13-year-old kid and everything. Like I'm still seeking to like really like, not in a sense like define myself, but to like define myself also. And I feel like that's what's just scary about this age and everything, because I'm literally like on my last like semester in school, and I was like so depressed for like a couple weeks trying to figure out like, bro, like what the fuck, like what am I doing, like how did all this time go, and like how did a decade go like just like that. Like it was like there was so much stuff that happened, but then there was like so much stuff that didn't happen at the same time.
It's crazy how fast time goes, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Very, very good. It's like what? It has been 5 years since I've been 18. That's crazy, man.
Literally, like since we graduated 2016 at that dang church, because it's like we couldn't freaking. Most people graduate class be like 4,000 people. Well, we had like what 200? Like, not even in our class.
No, it's like 100 something. It wasn't even that big.
It really wasn't.
We had like the least amount of people in our graduating class than anybody.
Because everybody left.
Yeah.
Because nobody wanted to be there.
Nobody wanted to be at those what are they, trailers? Oh, God.
I mean, it was like, I'm really trying to be positive about it, but it's just, I feel like sometimes I stayed there a little bit too long than I needed to. Like, I feel like I should have left it, like, way earlier. Probably, like, my sophomore year. I feel like I should have went to, like, Rocky River or something like that, you know? Like,
yeah.
Or something. I would have been cool if I went to Hawthorne, too, because, like, you know, my folks really wanted me to be, like, more focused on, like, biology and, like, you know, like, medical type stuff. And I was thinking, like, you know, if I had known that was, like, an option, I probably would have left to, like, go there and everything. But my mom's was like kind of like a police parent, like helicopter type parent, so she thought like if she put me there, maybe they'd like monitor you more or whatever. But I don't know, they didn't really care. Like they would let certain kids like go off just to smoke up at the park and everything, and I wouldn't even write them up. But you usually miss like one math class or like everything, they try to suspend you for like 3 days. Like I'm like, what the fuck? That school is weird, man.
It very much is.
And you said like, your favorite class with me in it,
psychology.
Yeah, psychology. Basically. That was your favorite class, basically. Cause
yeah,
it was like
that, and there was a class in, I think it was junior year or sophomore year. I think it was junior year. Yeah, junior year. No, sophomore actually. Sophomore year. I think it was Art 2 or whatever, with Miss Tibbet, and I had Justine Brunt, and then I had Josh, and then. Yeah, dude, that was a fun class right there.
Was it Josh Ellswick or was it just...
No, it was Josh,
Josh Austin?
Yes, Josh Austin.
I remember, honestly, it was like Josh.
There was just so many Joshes out that I knew. But,
yeah, those are the only 2 Joshes I like. I feel like, all the other Joshes were kind of like douchey a little bit.
Oh, yeah? Well, those 2 got, like, Justine and then Josh, those 2 people right there fucking made that class hilarious. And then just Miss Tibbet in general was a very funny teacher.
Yeah, I didn't. Me and Miss Tippett, and I wouldn't say I didn't get along with Miss Tippett, because I'm like cool with everybody. Like, you have to have a problem with me for me to have a problem with you. But it's like, it is what it is.
Well, she made fun of me a lot, and I didn't even care. So I was like, you know, why not just go with it? So I like made fun of myself the whole time. It made a fun class, you know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I still have a picture, actually, of me dressing up in the Breakfast Club.
Oh, word, you did a Breakfast Club thing?
Yeah, I gotta find it. That's all.
No, I'll give you time to find it. But it's like, but yeah, man, Justine was actually pretty cool, though.
Yeah, she's chill.
Yeah, I think she unfollowed me on Instagram. I don't know why. I was like, what did I do? Like, I thought we was cool. Because like,
sometimes I just need a hug.
Because I feel like her mom's was kind of cool too. Like her mom's would go on and on about like her kids' like accomplishments, but she was cool and everything. Like,
I mean,
it's like, yeah, it's like
mother, she's that proud, you know.
It's like, yeah, my daughters, they can play like piano underwater and they got a certificate. Or like, oh really? Dang.
That's an old picture of me at the Texas Roadhouse. I was the Texas Roadhouse mascot when I worked there.
Are that an armadillo?
Yeah, that was the Texas Armadillo.
Is Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah. That's Chase.
Oh, okay. Dang, you. Oh yeah. How long have you had an iPhone?
Dude, I've had them for a long time, man.
That's probably why you got those pictures. So you got it saved to the cloud and shit.
Oh yeah.
I have pictures too.
These are from 16.
Yo.
I'm just trying to find this fucking picture, bro. I know it's one of the.
I have some old ass photos like in my Google Drive. Yes, y'all wouldn't know about Google Drive. Like, I could be going back on my Google Drive like, wow, I really have photos when I was 19. I really used to be 19 at one point. Like that's yeah.
Oh, dude, oh my god, that was in fucking sophomore year. That was a long 2015, bro. Look, November 15th, 2015, bro.
Dang.
That is crazy.
I'm looking at all this. I'm like, wow. Only because I have nothing else. Like, wow.
Damn, I'll find it here in a second, or I won't.
Dang.
I might not. It might be gone.
We're really old. Yeah. We're mad old.
98, man. 98.
Imagine where we're gonna be at like 5 years from now and everything. Like, gosh.
Hopefully not dead.
For me, yeah, that wouldn't be okay for us to be dead or whatnot.
Damn, bro, did I really not have that picture? I know I just saw it the other day.
I mean, yeah, dude. Looking for old pictures is weird, man, because you really have to figure out what the exact date was.
Yeah, and
or,
all
like,
my shit's mixed up.
Or what was like said, like, or what was the date of the picture that was standing before that picture, so you can remember that picture in between. Like, it's just like you be trying to remember like a whole circle row of fucking pictures, just to add up, man. But I don't know, man.
What the? A lot of beans, man.
You were probably wondering, like, probably listening, like, what are they doing exactly? We're looking at pictures, okay? We're looking at old galleries from high school.
I don't have it, bro. Fuck.
That's okay to not have it.
It's alright.
But I know, like, psychology class is also your favorite class, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was.
Psychology class with
Jarvey.
me. Yeah.
Jarvey's funny as shit.
Yeah, Jarvey, Brandon Evans.
Oh, yeah, Brandon. I missed that dude.
Yeah, dude. I know. I haven't seen him in so long, bro. Like, dude, Brandon, that's one of the few people I wish I could just bump into in the street. Like, hey, bro, you. Because I remember, like, a while ago, like, I was talking to my friend, like, to Keani and everything about Brandon. It was just like, because Brandon don't post nothing on Twitter. And it was just like, I think Keani tried to say so. It was like, oh, hey, it was good, Brandon. It was
you
like,
remember Lucas?
Lucas.
Parliament, the white kid.
Lucas Parliament.
White kid, white.
His
white
last name is Parliament?
Yeah. Blonde hair.
His last name is literally Parliament?
Parliament. I'm pretty sure that's his last name.
What does Parliament mean? I feel like I'm thinking about like freaking like
the British Parliament.
Yeah, or something like that. Like I'm thinking about like some like feather with a pen writing on a piece of like some pretentious U.S. revolutionary shit.
I'm pretty sure that's his last name. But you remember him?
I mean, the name
he was in the class with us.
Oh, I think is he dude that is just that kind of looked like, I'm not even trying to roast, but I remember he looked like a hamster type. I'm not even trying to roast. That's just how I remember. I remember he was cool. I remember he said he wanted to do a Project X party and everything.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's who you're talking about. But like, no, I haven't seen him in, like, me, him, and Chase used to work at McDonald's together.
That's cool. I bet that was an episode every day.
Well, no, because they would schedule us away from each other so we wouldn't be talking.
It's hilarious, kind of.
And there was times that I would take Chase home, bro. That shit was the funniest rides going home ever.
No, I bet, dude. Like, bro, I wish I would have hung out with y'all more often, like, outside of school and everything. Fun. But I ain't had no car and everything, so, like, you know, I wasn't mobile and stuff. Like, so it's just, like, I was either at school or at home. Like, those are two places I was at. And
then there was also this other time we went to, me and Chase, but we went to, it was with the whole class, though. We all went to we had to, what was it? I can't remember for what movie it was, but Miss...
Was it Deadpool?
No. It was for, what was her name? Miss Fredericks. Miss Fredericks' class. She made all...
Oh,
she
shit,
didn't,
what the hell? Oh, that's your
yeah, that was my phone.
That scared the hell out of me.
She, Miss Frederick made us, or she didn't make us. It was extra credit for a movie. I don't remember what movie it was, but... We sold out the whole theater. It was just all of us and from a class from, I think it was 4 different classes that got to go or whatever. And we get to go. It was extra credit. It was like a whole nother grade or whatever, or a whole test grade for our full grade. And the fucking class the whole time, anything would happen, we just make, you know, we would say some shit just to make Miss Frederick like say shut up. It's like during the whole movie, because it was a movie she wanted to see that was, I want to say, I don't think it was the Maze Runner. I want to say it was the Maze Runner.
Miss Frederick is low key goated too.
Yeah,
man.
she was.
I remember I saw
we would just mess with her though. That was the whole funny. Like me and Chase sat next to each other, and then I think Josh Austin was there. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. I know Josh Ellswick was there just because he just came just to see the movie.
I think. But you remember Pond, like the really tall.
Yeah, Tanner Pond. I'm pretty sure he was there too.
And he was I remember he was in my English class, I think. I remember he was in Mr. Carr's class with me, I remember. Like, Mr. Carr, that's how I remember him was Pond, because Mr. Carr was the grasshopper. What's up, grasshopper? Dude, Mr. Carr used to roast people, everybody, and that's why I liked this class, bro. Because Mr. Carr, I feel like Mr. Carr is one of the few teachers that actually, like, cared about teaching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's all in energy, too. Like,
he cared about his students, for sure.
Yeah, but then some people would, like, get pissy at him because it's like he would actually call them on their bullshit. Like, it's just like, you know, like, they're not... He wasn't the type of teacher to just single one kid out because all the other kids would single him out. He was just like, he would just kind of mess with everybody. That's why I really respect about Mr. Carr.
It was funny as shit, though. Very, very funny.
Yeah,
Mr. Carr he hated me, but loved me in his class as well.
I'm pretty sure he was like that with everybody.
But, like, I mean, like, when he hated me, he hated me. But, like, I mean, he was probably like that with everybody else. But, like, I do know Like, he loved me in his class just mainly because I was trying to go for, I think it was, he always talked to me about welding because I knew about welding. So that was weird. But
I remember he was one of the few teachers, like a lot of the teachers were kind of cool like that. I remember like one time, I think him, Mr. Swartzlanders, I think Mr. Hank going in the hallway. I think they're talking about wrestling and everything in the 90s and how cool it was and everything. And it was just like, I think it's just, I kind of got into the conversation like, oh yeah, like, Mick Foley, Mankind and everything. It's like, I think he tried to hit me with a mandible claw. And I was just like, oh snap, like, oh shit.
Not that type of wrestling.
Like, I mean, it's mandible claw, man. It's like Mick Foley, man. What do you say, man? That was a crazy time in the 90s, bro. Like, seriously. And it's just, I thought Mr. Carr was kind of cool for that. He would always call me, like, by my last name, like, Stephanie. He had, like, a weird, like,
he always called me by my last name, too. He'd be like, Huntley. That's probably why he did Tanner too. I know he did Ellswick. He would be like, Ellswick.
I remember I had Devin, Jessamy Vaughn. I had Ellswick in my class, Chase Ellswick, and
what other Ellswick?
I mean, there's Josh Ellswick.
I know,
too.
But he was a year younger than us, though.
Yeah, no, like Josh Ellswick was in our class, our psychology class. I remember with Katie Tripodi and. I'm all over the place talking about all the people in our class and everything like that, but it was just like, but yeah, like in Mr. Karska, I had Tanner Pond, Chase Ellswick, Devin Jessamy Vaughn. I know, what's her name? Cassandra Rao was in my class. Yeah,
Cassie.
Yeah, Cassie and Caitlin Harris and Leah Brown. And it was just like, yeah, he just used to mess with everybody. That's what I really liked about his class. It's just like, he didn't really care. You know, I feel like I just feel like, you know, the whole equality thing is kind of cool. You shouldn't, like, you know, try to just, you know, center only one person and whatnot just to mess with them. So it's just like, yeah. But it's like, yeah. Like, it's like one of the teachers had, like, the bright spots in that class.
I was just thinking about that. That's funny.
Think about how he used to roast everybody. Like, yeah,
and
bro.
The whole day, it'd be one person per day.
Sometimes. He would, bro. He would be on that
And if it was somebody he really disliked, it'd be them for, like, a whole week.
I don't even think he even disliked anybody, to be honest.
He did. I think he didn't let nothing get really to him.
He just messed with people, I think. That was just...
He would just want to let it get to them.
Yeah, that's how I mess with Mr. Carr. But it's like, yeah, but Mr. Angel was a good teacher, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Mr. Angel was pretty good. And he was pretty young, too, so it was just like, plus he kind of sees some things. Like, I know you went to acting for a little bit. You got to meet, like, Bruce Willis. And he said, they said Bruce Willis was like a jerk or something like that.
I think so. I don't remember. I thought it was somebody else, but we'll figure it out. Maybe.
I mean, Bruce Willis has been famous for a while, man. You think that shit just gets to your head after, like, a while, man? Like if I ever blow up off the music thing and everything, you know, maybe I shouldn't say if. I'd probably say, like, when I do.
Oh, okay.
Trying to speak it into existence. But it's like, but it's just like, sometimes I wonder, like, how would I change, like, as a person? Like, would I be, like, thinking myself as, like, so above people that would be, like, you know, oh, would I be, like, so tired and everything? And people would, like, oh, gosh, I got to sign all these people.
Well,
or, you know, like, I wouldn't want to be that type of person. I always want to be, like, you know, like a J. Cole type, where it's like, you know, you'll see me in the area and I'll be like, oh yeah, hey, what's going on? Like, oh, you need me to sign this? All right, yeah,
me
sure.
Personally, I think, like, mainly a lot of it for, like, being famous and stuff, I think possibly it's not that it goes to their head, is that sometimes we catch them at the wrong moments. Yeah, sure, but there are people, you know, that are just rude and dicks all the time, but
I always try to test you. Like, it's just
I think most of it, if you catch somebody at the wrong time, say something's happening, you don't know. Because, I mean, half the time it's just paparazzi all around them. So maybe, you know, half the time they just hate the paparazzi and they just want them out of their face.
Yeah, like, I remember I saw J. Cole when he was, like, here, like, freaking All-Star Weekend and everything. But I didn't know it was him until, like, he was on TV. Because I was driving uptown and I'm like, yeah, there was, like, some dude with dreads and, like, a colorful hoodie. I'm like, that looks like J. Cole and everything. But I'm like, maybe that's not J. Cole. Maybe just somebody that looks like J. Cole. And then it's like, I saw him also wear that same hoodie. I'm like, oh my God, I just drove past J. Cole. And it's just like, it's so crazy and everything. And it's just like, because he really does just like live day to day and just walk around like it's nothing. Like, he ain't got no security or nothing. And I'm just like, wouldn't you just be like scared all the time though? Like, and it's just like, bro, because like, even if you're like the coolest, chillest person ever, they even killed John Lennon. Like, come on.
I mean, a lot of people
I mean, he was a hippie, but it's like, how do you kill a hippie? Like,
you got crazy ass people nowadays, bro. So
yeah, like, what if there's just somebody that's just so obsessed with J. Cole and everything, just like, I need to get his dreads, and just like freaking like fantasize about like cutting his scalp off and just like stapling it to their scalp and shit. It's like, yes, I'm like J. Cole or whatever. I'm just saying, just like, what if you become so great that people would want to like build a cult around you or something like that, like a weird
technically,
church?
there are people like that, but they turned out to be serial killers, like Charles Manson.
Yeah,
he had a cult.
Wasn't Charles Manson like a Scorpio? Just the other day, like I don't
fucking know.
I was just looking up zodiacs and all that. Which one has like the most like serial killers? And I was kind of sad because it's like I realized like I'm an Aquarius, and it's just like there's like 42 like serial killers. I was thinking like maybe there was like 10. Like I thought we were like the reasonable people. Like we wouldn't like try to kill people, but that's too many serial killers, man. Like I thought it was gonna be like 16. It was like whole 42 or something. Like, oh my gosh, there's 42 serial killers. I'm hoping none of them share the same birthday as me, because that would be, it's probably, yeah, there probably is. Like,
I mean, you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, man, like, yeah, but it's just like, man, we're really been talking about a whole lot of stuff and everything. Like, I know we're trying to make this for like 30 minutes. Like, let's see, well, what can we talk about for like the last 5 minutes? Because we've been talking about school a whole lot and everything. It's just like, when it comes to like your hobbies, Taylor, and everything, I know like a lot of us, like, we usually connect like over stuff like Star Wars and everything like that. What about Star Wars and like anything like space, like fantasy related, just speaks to you? Like, it's just freeing for you. Like, wow, what inspires you to like connect with that?
Probably just because my childhood, like how me and my dad would always, watch it together, and I didn't get to, I still don't get to like see my dad often, just because he works so much. Like he works like 80 hours a week, stuff like that, and this man's like 60 years old, working construction, working crazy hours like that. So it's like you don't get to see him much, but when you do, you gotta spend as much time as you can with him, because you don't always got all the time in the world. We're getting older, they're getting older, and it's all about like the way I see it. If you really love your family, you'll spend as much time as you can with them.
No, I feel that.
I don't. When I had my last girlfriend, I didn't spend really any time with my family, and after that 4 years of just trauma. So after that, it was just kind of, I need to make up as much time as I can with my family, because I realized there's a lot of things that were going on with my family that I didn't even know about, mainly because I was so focused on this one girl. And it's like very, very troubling and upsetting that you put yourself in that situation, and then time's just flying by.
Keep in mind, this is a Star Wars question. It went all over the place. No, I feel that. No, I feel that heavy. Like, it really hit me the other day. Yeah, about your fathers, and you disconnected with your father. Because, like, when I was, like, literally in Virginia and everything, like, with my father and everything, like, literally, like, it's just, like, I realized, like, man, like, my man's is really getting old for real. And it's just, like, seeing your parents getting older, bro, like, that's, like, especially your father, too. Because, like, I remember when he was, like, younger, more vigorous and everything, and he was, like, he had a mustache, kind of like you.
See, my dad had a mustache. Like, I know for a fact I got a picture of that. That thing was baller. It was like a porn stash, man. It was like...
Okay, let's refrain from porn stash.
It was fucking... It was perfect, man.
It was perfect. No, I bet it was like, yeah, my dad too had facial hair. Anyway, but it's just like, but yeah, but it's like, like Dad's been really helpful and supportive of me with my medical condition and everything, taking me to the doctor, making sure I get the medications I needed. It's been a hit on his pocket. I mean, it's just like, but it's just like he was always there to like try to support me and everything, and then just sitting in the into the doctor's office, just kind of see him kind of doze off, like not even like 5 minutes after like working like a shift at Howard University, because he works as a doctor at a Howard, not a doctor, like a nurse at Howard University. Plus he runs like a nonprofit business too. Okay. So it's just like, he really had to go through a lot of shit, like in his like with the divorce and everything. It was really, really hectic. Yeah, I even saw him kind of like just, I don't want to say lose his mind, but it's like you kind of see like it can kind of defeat you, like my man's spirit, because like this society really builds off families falling apart off that, and like you lose everything. It really is sad. So it's like, I think about my dad, like I see him as like my biggest strength at the same time. So it's like, when I'm feeling depressed, I have to remind myself like he really had to go through a whole lot to really get to where he is at like right now.
Exactly. And that's kind of why, like, why I work so much is because my dad worked so much, and I'm trying to. I like helping out my family as much as possible. So most of like a lot of my money, even though I like saving up money, a lot of my money is to go help my dad because my mom and dad they struggle with making bills and stuff. So I mean I don't, but that's because I got a job to where I can. But my mom and dad, ever since COVID and stuff, it's been hitting hard. But like the whole reason to get back to the Star Wars thing, the whole reason about that is because my dad would always watch Star Wars with me, and he'd be making Chewbacca noises, stuff like that, and just the whole mindset of like
the whole fantasy aspect of just being out there in a completely different place and then, like a different like time and everything.
My dad would talk to me about like, wouldn't that be so cool to see something like that, like, and then we talk about Bigfoot, and then we talk about just aliens. It'd be something just to talk about.
Yeah, and then just have conversations and stuff like that. I know, like when me and my dad, like our thing to go to was like Samurai Jack and everything. Like I was like, that's all I was really sad. That's all I was really sad over. Like when I was in Virginia, 'cause I never got to show him the final season. So that's my main goal for this coming year. So I have to show him the last season of Samurai Jack and how it ends, because it's just like you never know. Like really, it's just like even like my dad would like scold me and everything. Like when I was in Virginia, like if I forgot to put the trash up front and shit like that. But honestly, I was just kind of like when I was younger, I would hate for my parents like scold me any type way, like oh, like get off my back. But now it's just like I kind of savor every moment, like because it's like and I like it almost kind of made me kind of tear up a bit because I'm thinking like thank God like my dad's here to like scold me.
Yeah, because some of us aren't as lucky. Like I know there's a couple friends that I had in high school that weren't as lucky. They didn't. Some of them lost their dads, and then some of them, didn't have dads to help them out. And same with mothers. I mean, some people lose mothers. I'm very lucky. I'm a lucky kid to have my family still, not divorced or anything. Yeah. And there's a lot of kids that aren't that lucky.
Yeah, and both your parents are alive too. It's like that's actually more of a blessing that people are willing to. And I'm not saying like yeah, sure, like maybe sometime my folks would like send me a little bit of money like, for gas and everything like that. Exactly. But it's just like just know that they're actually here and everything. Because like even my grandmother, that wasn't really like my grandmother. She was like because my dad, my grandfather was like a Rolling Stone, so he had a whole lot of girlfriends. But she was like a grandmother to me in a sense. Yeah. Like one of them is like like she died from like lung cancer. This is before I even graduated high school. And she didn't get to see me graduate from high school, man. And she died of lung cancer. It's really, really sad. You see them, like one day they get a stroke, and like, okay, she'll bounce back. And then once it's like, oh no, she got cancer. Like, okay, she'll bounce back. And then she doesn't bounce back. So I always make it now it becomes a ritual to come and like visit their grave during their birthday or like when the time they just passed. And I'm just talking to her like, hey, I'm going through this now. I don't know if I can go through this or whatever. Like, please watch over me. It's like talking to the dirt, that's very depressing. I'm gonna be honest, it's really, really depressing. Yeah, like it's a hurtful thing, man. Like even though I go to the cemetery, I be thinking there's evil spirits. I be bringing like sage and stuff to burn, like just to keep it like. I don't want like evil spirit to. I don't want the evil spirit to get in the car with me. Like, hey, yo, what, we going to McDonald's? So I'm like, oh my god, like get out of my head. Like, how'd you get here? It's just like it's very scary, But it's just like with Star Wars with me, man. It's just like, I know we're all over the place, but it's like, with Star Wars for me, I mean, it was just always like that thing as a kid. Like, it was like a toy thing with like the lightsaber, because that's when the prequels came out and everything. So it's like, I didn't even know about the original Star Wars. Like, until like. That's how it was
for me. Until my dad was like, you're old enough now.
Until I got into like Lego Star Wars. I feel like Lego Star Wars really kind of like got me more invested into it, because then you have to say a word and everything. You kind of see how the story kind of played out with Legos. Yeah. But it's just like, when I saw that as a kid, I was like focused on the lightsaber fights and everything. Oh yeah, that's cool, Star Wars. It was just like a big like marketing thing that you saw everywhere and everything. I just thought it was mad cool. And then like the deeper you get into it and when you like psychologically break down these characters and like everything that it means and everything like that, it's like, wow, this is like a huge like thing and everything. And then like you can't help but want to see yourself in that world. Like, everybody wants to be a bounty hunter or like maybe a smuggler or maybe like a Jedi. Obviously that's the go-to thing. I didn't start with Jedi and everything, but it's just one of those things. It's just being trapped in that world of magic, and it's just like you're stuck here, like in like everything's so mundane. You got to go to work and everything, and it's just like I'm in college. I'm about to be on my way out. I didn't even get to enjoy the experience as much as I wanted to. It's just
the fact that a lot of people use it to get away from things. So like that's why there's a lot of cosplay people out there. There's a lot of just YouTube videos on the stuff. Same with like, I mean, that's just what people use. Some people get away with like just to get away from the world. They'll just throw all their life into music. Some people do that with trying to be on TV so they can be seen by the world because they didn't get enough attention when they're older, you know? It's just, or younger, not older. But like,
everything's different. It's just all a matter of
about
escapism and everything, you know, escapism. But there's healthy and unhealthy. You know, it's just like you can't just be having like, pouring all your savings on figures. I mean, some people do it. It's no problem. Like, whatever you do with your money, like, that's on you. Like, you know, just don't hurt nobody. Yeah. Or, you know, but it's just like, you know, it's just, you know, I always thought like Star Wars was just so magical with it. You know, I always thought, I'm not even using the term magical. I need to stop using magical. Like, you know, it's so.
I mean, it's part of Disney now, so you can use magical for it.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing that Disney got right was Mandalorian for me, because it's just like, you know, the new sequel series.
I think they did pretty good on, what is it? Star Wars Rogue One. And I like Solo, too, so I think they did pretty good on those.
I need to rewatch those two again. Like, I know Rogue One was pretty alright. Rogue One was,
like, very badass. Same with Solo. I think Alan Heinrich and all them did really good.
I like the robot from Rogue One. I thought he was cool and everything.
You know, he was played by Alan Tudyk.
Who's Alan Tudyk again?
He does a lot of things, man. Like, he's right now he's in Doom Patrol. He plays Mr. Nobody. He plays. You remember?
Oh, you mean the mummy dude?
All right, so you remember the movie Dodgeball?
Yeah, with Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, you remember the guy that was the pirate?
I think
Gary,
I do.
I think it was Gary or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, Yarg! And you know that guy? That was Alan. That was he always plays a funny character.
Oh, and Mr. Nobody was the guy with the wrapped up.
No. That's not him. Mr. Nobody is the I think that's that's the inevitable man or something. I don't know. Mr. Nobody was the villain. He was the guy from the first season.
Oh, yeah, I remember Mr. Nobody.
Face, like he played like the German guy or whatever.
I really need to watch Doom Patrol again. My thing, what really turned me off about Doom Patrol is that they didn't have Beast Boy in it, you know, so it's just kind of
Beast Boy was in Titans.
Yeah, he's in Titans, right? But I think, didn't they put, like, Cyborg for Doom Patrol?
Yeah,
like, see, Cyborg is, like, the weirdest character ever to me now, because they put him in all these different groups. They put him in Justice League, which I was cool with.
As a different person.
Yeah, as a different person, but they put him in there before Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, they should have done Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern before him.
Yeah, because, like, I don't mind Cyborg being, like, in that, because he's, like a technological...
He's a pretty...
So it's like he's more useful on both teams.
I like him better in Justice League though than Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol, he kind of like his like outfit's kind of dinky.
I mean, it's not really outfits I'm out for, but it's like, cause it's just a show. But it's just like, you know, at the same token, it's just like, you know, like, was he in Titans? He was in Titans, like the new Titans with the black girl playing as Starfire, right?
Cyborg wasn't in that, no, not yet at least.
Yeah, see, like, I don't know, man. They're just not getting it right for me. I mean, I don't know, cause it's just like if they would have put more time in the extended universe on trying to build these very slowly.
You know what's pretty cool though?
What's pretty cool?
The Robot Man in Doom Patrol. You know that's Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
I know you gotta remember him. He played Tarzan.
Oh,
He played who was it? The guy, Journey to the Center of the Universe or something like that.
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
I think so.
I never watched that movie, but I remember it.
You know the guy though, right?
Yeah, I think I know you. I know you're talking about.
90s and 2000s actor, and then like he just like up and vanished, and nobody knew about him, and then he left, and then he came back.
Oh, okay. I mean, hey, do it. Hey, everybody's. I remember that movie because, like, when that came out, that's with the lizard people going all the time, right?
I can't remember.
Can't remember.
I gotta watch the movie. I know it was something about him like going to the center of the earth with his nephew or something.
And this came out like
his nephew's father.
This came around like 2010s and stuff like that.
I think it was 2005, somewhere around there. Somewhere in that area.
Yeah, I just remembered like the marketing being everywhere, like at places like Wendy's and everything.
It was a big movie. He was a big movie star back then. Now, like, he got a little bit bigger, and now he's like not as popular.
I mean, hey, you know, it's just, if you want to step out the spotlight, that's up to him, man. I mean, that's just, I know fame, that would be a lot to deal with, bro. Like, I know we spoke on it earlier and everything, like, but it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, you know, when I go through a lot of the shit that I go through, I feel like that's just life preparing me. You know, for like, if I do make it to that stage and everything, some people like, you know, like harass or just say all types of shit and everything. I feel like that's just the universe or God, just trying to literally like just trying to build whatever thick skin you need, you know, to like, you know, keep calm and collected and everything. And I feel like that's one of my biggest tests to life is just learning not to react to certain things that don't serve me, like other people's opinions or what they assume or whatever. You know, it's just I gotta keep in mind that it's really none of my business at the same time, no matter how much they throw it at me or whatever, and it has nothing really to do with me. It has a lot to do with like them and their perception of life. And it's just like, you know, that's one of the things I had to really understand as I was getting older, you know.
Yeah, true.
And it's just like it's hard because like the transition from being like a child to like a teenager to like an adult, especially like transitioning to being an adult, this is some hard shit. Like
it's
really
a rough world out here, bro.
Like I have like a court date in October. I don't even know. Like I had another court date that they rescheduled. I don't even know when they're rescheduling it, like for speeding tickets and stuff. And it's just one of those things, man. It's just...
Dude, you know what sucks?
What sucks?
So, at the start of COVID, right? I had, say, what was it? I had a jury duty.
Oh, you still going to cookout or you saying cook it?
Nah, I'm saying fuck it.
Oh, so
I'll just get a sandwich. Yeah, I was looking at the line. The line was getting bigger and bigger. I was like, fuck that.
Dang.
So...
If you want, we could have just paused. You could just, like,
No.
step out the car.
I'll just get a sandwich from my job.
From your job? Alright, I'm thinking like you want to go to like the other cookout or whatever.
No. So what I was saying though about the jury duty, like I'm waiting for like a email or something back, like a mail, like to get mail back about like this jury duty thing, and I still have not. And part of me is like, dude, what if I get, you know, what if they send something and I just don't see it, bro? And then like I get a warrant out for my arrest. That shit would suck.
They would do that?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Like,
shitty, bro. Like if they really wanted to get it, they could have sent you an email or try to call you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, what happens if like I don't see that shit and then like I get rescheduled and I don't know about it? That shit would suck.
Yeah, dude. That's a weird reason to warn somebody from their arrest, man. That's
Jury
a very
duty is a part of you have to do that shit, or else you got to find some. What is it? There's like only one way you can get out of that, and I think it's like if you are biased to the person, you can't do jury duty. But if you aren't, you can.
So basically, you have to admit to being racist.
Either that or something else. So
yeah, excuse me. I want to show up for jury duty, but I'm like racist or
like
something.
not just racist, but like it's like if say somebody is a murderer and like your family got murdered, then you'd be biased towards that.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Who would? I mean, I think everybody would be kind of biased to a murder. I mean, nobody wants to get murdered.
Like,
I know what you mean, but it's just like I'm just saying. Just the thought of it, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of biased against that murder. I don't know, something about murdering. I just disagree with.
Man,
it's just, you know, I'm just saying, like, what can you say?
Like, fuck that guy in particular. You know,
in particular for being a murderous.
I don't want to be here.
But it's just like, yeah, man, it's like they should just call people up and just be like, you know, I don't know. I feel like you should call somebody up for some stuff.
Well, then they'd have nobody come in because nobody wants to do that shit. You don't get paid that much.
You don't. So you get paid for jury duty.
Yeah, but it's not even close to what you usually get paid at your job. I think it's like $3 an hour, and then they buy you food, but the food's like not even good, is what I heard. Because my brother did it, and like he was getting, like he got paid like not even close to what he gets paid right now. So he was like, fuck that. And he had it like for 4 days and missed 4 days of work.
Damn, missed 4 days of work for jury duty, man.
Yeah,
I would have been like, yeah, I would have been like, I don't know, man. That warrant for the arrest, I don't know. That sounds like kind of blackmailing. Eh? Oh wait, you gotta go get a sandwich and everything.
We can wait until it's over.
All right, cool. That's fine. It's just like we're already 43 minutes, and I usually do it for like 30 some minutes. But it's like at least we're coming full circle, like, you know, the full like episode type thing and everything. We could probably stop. I don't know. How far do you think we can go? Cause now we talk about Star Wars and everything. We don't really speak too much about wrestling a whole lot. I mean, you ain't got nothing to say about wrestling. Like, it was just cool at one point.
I don't really watch it anymore because, you know, like I said, I don't have time for much right now.
No, I feel that. It's like you really been making this whole quick trip thing work for you right now. Like
it works, bro. It works. Like, I mean, you get paid pretty damn good. Like, I'm getting my bonus week check this week, and that should be about what I want to say because we almost won our award, so like we were like 6th place, and that's pretty good. We got like 91% out of something. So my paycheck this week should be like $1,600. It's pretty nice.
That is some Skrilla, man. You get paid every week. And you get paid like up to $1,600 a week?
No, that's only for my bonus week. So we get a bonus every 3 weeks. And so like my paycheck right now, because I got that promotion, so my paycheck every week's like 800, 900 almost every week.
That's really good, man. Yeah. I could really pile up over a while. I'd be waiting for like, financial aid to help me out and everything. Like just to see like $400 dropped in my bank account. It's just like, oh yes, $400. Like
financial aid didn't help me out with shit. I had to pay for school myself, man. Fuck that shit.
Dang, so
that's why I left school, because I couldn't pay for it no more.
Yeah, man, I had to do financial aid and everything. I gotta actually come to think about it, I got like 4 more days to apply for graduation. I'm gonna just do it tomorrow. And everything.
Don't put it off too much, man.
No, definitely. Just I've been fucking up in my classes, dude. Cause like what I said, I was depressed for like 4 weeks. So it's like I just slept through a lot of my stuff being put on there and everything. Like some of the teachers would be saying, oh yeah, you can still bounce back. Others are being like, well, yeah, I mean, they could probably work with me or whatever. Like I know I just turned in some things. All 3 of my assignments I was missing, I just turned them in. Cause I didn't know how to do it and everything for like the longest time. And I had to send like, hey yo, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. They didn't even show me how to do this till like 5 weeks in. And I'm like, what the hell? It was that damn easy. But I didn't even get like mad over it. I was just kind of like just distraught. Like, oh shit. Now I gotta like fucking work even extra hard just to get all this stuff together and everything. It's a lot, man. It's a whole lot. But even college life, dude, like I'm trying to go to like graduate school also, and like my main thing is like, I usually excel. Like I usually go like A's and B's and everything.
Better than I.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever. I mean, once you find your stride, you found it. I mean, it's just I had to separate myself from a whole lot of bullshit ass people. The cause it came with a whole lot of trauma and everything, a whole lot of betrayal and stuff like that. A lot of my plans sent back. I'm 23. I didn't even get to drop my mixtape until I was 23, which is like it's all right. But it's like if I were to do it differently, man, I would have been dropping music since high school. It's just like, and it's just like, it's like I don't know. I feel like so many things could have went like so differently, and that's what sucks. Because I feel like as an adult, I feel like I'm still trying to like make up for shit that happened like way back then. And it's just it's so annoying at the same time. Like it's just like my dad had a Cadillac for me, and I don't know why he didn't give me that Cadillac while I was in high school. It was probably for the best, because I was just not mature like in high school like to deal with like that. I probably would have been like more appreciative of it if I would have gotten it a little bit earlier, but have been more safe with it, because I was still like a careful driver. But it's just like, I feel like I should have gotten that Cadillac way earlier, just so I could at least learn how to drive at least, and just stuff like that. But it's just like, yeah, just stuff like that, man. I feel like I would have gotten around and shot a little bit more better and everything like that. It's just like once you had to like start navigating that right out of high school and everything, taking the bus, like
that shit was rough, man.
It was kind of rough, but it was just like, it's just you start intermingling with a whole lot of like crazy people.
For me, it was more rough just because I had me and my brother got in a couple wrecks. When I was getting like I love cars. I'm a big car guy. Mm-hmm. But like when I first started driving, or when my brother, well, not when I first started driving, but when my brother started taking me, like, dude, I think we got into like 3 wrecks in like 3 years. So a wreck every year. And I was just like, before I even gotten a license, and it was just like, I don't even know if I want to drive, man. It's like
I love driving. I just thought it
was my family's luck though, because like my family, we have a bad, we think it's the Huntley family luck, but I don't know.
They get in a car crash?
No, just in general, just bad luck is what it just feels like.
I don't know. I feel like you're like in a good place, man. Like, we want to talk about with bad luck, man. I got bad luck out the fucking wazoo, man. I'm talking about, I still try to be more grateful and everything, because things are going pretty good in a sense. But there's always things like out of my hand. Like, I be trusting people. Like, I got too close to some people. And it's just like I feel like I missed out a whole lot in life and everything, especially after when I thought I was gonna graduate high school. I thought my life was gonna begin, like everything's gonna be cool, my life is gonna be a movie. It just became like a very sad, like, HBO type special type, like I'm still trying to win type. And like, like you get your W's here and everything, like I was able to overcome, because like literally when I first got into CBCC, it was okay. Like I started doing a little bit better, in my classes. Some of my classes I failed, but it's just like, like as soon as like it hit January 2017, everything started going like downhill. And I'll probably talk about it at a different episode, but it's just like, dude, it was just like my grades were plummeting. I was being like humiliated by like people who like I thought were my friends, who were close to me and everything, putting all types of stuff out there in the community. Everybody like giggling at me and everything. It wasn't good, man. Like I was so depressed. I lost so much weight, like just like I'm losing weight now. And it was just, I feel like it was a lot worser back then. And it was just like, I had to
Worser's a word.
What? Worser?
I don't think that's a word.
It could be a word. Worser could be a word.
We're on a podcast. This ain't grammar, sir.
Yeah, this ain't grammar school. But it was just like, yeah, man, it was like so shitty. Like transitioning from, because it's like, yeah, you know, like my graduation money, my mom like snatched that shit. Like it was gone.
She's like
yeah, $1,200. I thought I was trying to save up for a car and everything. And it was like,
Mom, look at my money.
And she already like tried to call my job to fire me like earlier, like the last year and everything. So I couldn't really save up money and everything. I'm trying to look for another job. And it was just like, I thought like, it wasn't until like months I kept asking, what happened to the money? What happened to the money? She put it in like an account and everything. No, like in a CD account, so I wouldn't get it. I'm like, it's like $800. Like, no, it was $1,200. What are you talking about? What do you do with the $400? Like, what? Like, come on, that's a big ass chunk. You only like, if you needed the money for something like drastic, just let somebody know. Don't be going behind my back. It just led to a whole lot of stuff, man. Like, I'm talking, I didn't want to come home. It was just like, I felt like it was getting close to like arguments and everything.
Yeah, I don't like shit like that. Like,
yeah, man.
If you need help, ask for help. You know.
Yeah, you know, just don't be doing a whole lot of nonsensical stuff, man. It's just like, it's because of things like that. I always feel like it was like always another problem, and it just set me back. Like, you know, it's just like I was able to get another car and everything, and go be able to like, you know, transfer, like, you know, because I got sick so many times, like when I was at CBCC too, like, you know, and it's just like, you know, I was just messing up at CBCC and I couldn't go there anymore because I kept messing up in the class, so I had to take all my credits and go to Rowan and everything. I was driving to Rowan, and like that was one time I was listening to Childish Gambino and all sorts of stuff and everything on the way there, driving all the way there, and like I was doing better. I was able to transfer all my credits to NCCU. I've been an honor roll student ever since, you know, and I still have like my other problems I have to deal with too. Like I have that medical condition I had like since I was 18 and everything. I'm still trying to overcome that too. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I will. But at this point, it's like, I don't know. It's whatever. It's just, it took such a big chunk out of my life, man. I didn't even think I'd have to face some shit like this.
The best way to get over it is to stop thinking about it.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could. It's just like, you know, it's just.
So what I'm going to tell you is, one, stop thinking about it. Yeah. Other than, you know, doing your medicine, stuff like that. Like, just go through with it. Just don't let it eat you up, because if you let it eat you up, it's going to eat you up. It's going to take over, it's going to consume you, and then you're just going to feel more depressed about it. I know that's kind of like rough or like hard love, but that's kind of how you got to do it.
No, you're talking real shit. Like, it's like you're like not lying and everything. Because, like, dude, like, when I tell you, like, I was so depressed for, like, the past 4 weeks, I'm thinking to myself, like, dang, like, this really robbed me of my years in college, you know? Like, so crazy it did. And it's just, I just laid in the bed. It's just like, I would be so depressed. I would go to class and I would be present, but it's just, I didn't take notes. I was just there just taking pictures of whatever. It's just like, I barely did any of the assignments sometimes. Like, I was taking like 6 classes, and it's just like, and
you see back now, like right now, that, like, you saying all that, if you think about it, that's what it's robbing you of. The depression and all that. Like, I've had plenty of depression. I've been very suicidal when I was younger, you know. I've been through some hard times myself. But now that I look back on those things, all it did was rob me of trying to do better, you know. So, like, when you're trying to do better and you're trying to, like, succeed in life, depression's only there just to rob you of that success. And that's why, like, if you think about it right now, like, way I look at it right now, Robin Williams, one of my favorite, like, comedians, anything like that, like, depression robbed him of everything.
Yeah, man.
It robbed him of his Broadway stuff that he was doing way better on when he was young, like, or older. Like, he was getting really into Broadway and stuff, but the depression robbed him of that because he took his own life. It also robbed him of his family time, all that, you know.
Yeah, rest in peace, Robin Williams. Because he really was like a really chill kind of dude. I think didn't he do some stuff like Richard Pryor and stuff like that, or
Like-
yeah, he would do like he was like a cool type of like comedian. When I think about like comedians that are like always like cool, man, I always think about like Jim Carrey and like Robin Williams. Like I feel like they're kind of not neck and neck in a sense, but like in their sense, it's just like they're always cool. I remember Jim Carrey used to like send letters to Tupac when he was in prison.
The thing about that,
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, it was close to robbing him too, because he got in a very depressive state in a while, like for a while, to where like nobody saw him in the movies, nothing. Like he was he had the beard and the like didn't shave his head, or he didn't cut his hair or anything. Like he went in a depressive state too. Just he didn't lose that, you know, he didn't lose to his depression. There's plenty of like I've had a couple uncles, you know, that they died from, you know, suicide. It's like all it does is rob people of time with their family, friends, stuff like that. And it's not your fault for being suicidal. It's just that mental state. If you can get away from that, it's going to make things a whole lot better. And I've had plenty of times where, you know, I've had a gun in my mouth, stuff like that. Like I just like I'll be honest about it, because, you know, I was at that point in my life, and you know what? I got away from it, and I'm doing way better now. I'm happy. I'm happy with my friends. I'm happy with my family. You know, I'm trying to do better in life, and, you know, it's just, like I said, it robs you. It robs people. It robs families. It robs friends. It robs just everything. It robs, if I'm going to be honest, it can rob society of like the next best, say, the next
author, maybe singer, or
exactly.
whatever. It's anybody that could really add on to society and everything. And it's just one of those things. Like that's how I'm like when I'm feeling really depressed and everything like that. I be thinking like, you know, can I really move on with life? Like, is life really worth living for real? Like, you be feeling like a burden and everything. And it's like I never really saw myself at that stage in my life right now. Like, I thought things would kind of come full circle, where it's just like, you know, like, yeah, you can be sad, yeah, you can be angry, yeah, there can be things that go out of your life, but I thought everything would be more manageable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think I'd be kind of stuck in this gear since like after 18. You know, it's like I feel like I've been stuck in the same gear like since I was like, you know, like in like 18, 19 to like 23 and everything. And it's just like I just trying to get out of that gear so I can get to that next stage. And that's what like I feel like I'd be pouring hella money going to spiritual guys and everything. Like, you know, will I overcome this problem? Can I be successful? You know, like, will I be a good father, husband, stuff like that? You know, it's just like I ask things like that all the time because it's like that's kind of like those stuff. It's right next door basically. Like, I'm 23 right now and everything. You're gonna reach that stage where you're gonna start a family not too like later than like think about how many of our like classmates right now have already started a family. Like, I know Paco did, I know Haley did. I don't know if you know Haley. It's just like just stuff like that. It's like, you know, it's just like, you know, a lot of the people you grew up with are now starting like their own families now. And it's just like,
personally, I hopefully won't have kids too soon because I'm still focusing on myself. That's why, you know,
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with trying to focus on yourself because you want to be the best version of yourself. Like, let me live a life where it's just like I can look back and it's like, okay, I can be able to give them some kind of juice. And it's just like, you know, just trying to learn. You're still trying to kind of make it like we're still kids in a sense, but we're overgrown kids. Now we're kids with like responsibilities, and that's why even like that's why it's like it's so like full circle. It's such a full circle thing that like the Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, you see like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, because like the whole thing, like, you know, great power and great responsibility and stuff, that's really like important and everything. You know, like, we're really at the point where it's just like, you know, we have a whole lot of responsibilities, but we kind of underestimate our own power. And I feel like that's where depression is just like, that's where the crossroad depression's at, you know, where it's just like, you know, like, we don't really realize how much we mean to people. And it's just like, you know, I really want to thank you too for at least like when I called you and everything, like when I was feeling some type of way and everything, because that's where like I feel like I'm the only one in this world, like I'm going through it and everything. And I feel like I'm stuck in a conundrum of like,
that's why it gets
issues.
people,
yeah,
man. That's why it gets people.
I'm just stuck in a conundrum, and I always try to like be mindful and everything at the same time. You know, sometimes I wonder, it's just like, because I was really like humiliated on a whole lot of stuff like at CPCC. I can't even. Maybe one day we can be able to speak on it and everything, but it's like, dude, like when I tell you, it's like a whole lot of stuff just going like.
Once you feel really comfortable about it, you'll start like opening up more. Like,
yeah,
there's some things you can openly talk about, and then there's some things you just need to let sit for a little bit, and then once you feel ready, you talk about them.
Oh no, for real though. But it's just like, you know, it was just a whole lot of stuff that, and I know a lot of this shit happened like 4 or 5 years ago, which is crazy how much time passed. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, you know, you think about it, because like sometimes you would see somebody from like CPCC, like they'll snicker or whatever, or like look at you all types of ways. And then it's just like, you know, you feel some type of way. You still brush it off in a sense. But you wonder, like, how long is it going to be, like, stretching for? Like, what if I have kids and everything, too? And, like, it would be like, oh, yeah, your dad's this, your dad's that, your dad's whatever. And I always talk to my brother about stuff like that. And he's just like, you know, like, and he always tries to remind me, like, dude, it's just like they're going to see you as their father.
Yeah.
And everything. What other people say,
really,
whatever, yeah.
Like, the thing about it, if your kid really loves you, and most kids do love their parents, like, it's very slim and rare that they don't, but if a kid really loves their parents, no matter what somebody says about their parents, it won't matter. Like, all right, so here's a good reference. So did you ever watch Wonder Woman 84?
You mean the new one, like that everybody wasn't
Pascal.
messing with? Like I haven't watched it yet, because like my HBO Max account just went. I need to find some time to like watch it. But it's like, yeah, but it's okay. Just talk whatever you got.
Well, what I'm gonna say is Pedro Pascal, his son in the movie, doesn't care what anybody has to say about his dad. No matter, even his dad, like the way his dad looks upon himself, doesn't matter to the kid. The kid still loves his dad, no matter how. And his dad thinks that he's a loser. So Pedro Pascal in the movie, basically the whole time he's thinking he's a loser, and he gets this power. I'm not going to say any really what, but like he gets this power, and it makes him basically forget all about his kid half the time and thinks about himself. But in the end, basically the kid reminds him of who he is, you know? And most kids are going to be like that with their family members, like specifically their mom and dad. At least that's what I'm hoping, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. I'm like that with my parents too.
Your kids aren't gonna matter, or not. They're not gonna matter. Like whatever somebody says to them is not gonna matter to them. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I see it.
Okay, well, yeah, I just try to keep like things like that in mind. Like I know, like when me and my brother is kind of like the same way in a sense, because like, you know, like my brother was able to like live like, you know, I'm not gonna say a full life, but it's like things kind of went a little bit smoothly. I know we both been through like a whole lot of nonsense, but he always had like his friends and everything. Like y'all my friends too and everything. You know, like y'all was there too. But it's like, you know, at the same token, it's just like, you know, the whole lot of shit that I had to deal with, like, and everything.
He didn't have to deal with.
Yeah, he didn't have to necessarily deal. I feel like I had to deal with like so many different levels of mental abuse and just all types of shit for like no reason.
The thing about it is, you might, or you have maybe dealt with more, but he also might end up dealing with more later on in life.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want that.
I know, but
I definitely wouldn't want that. Like I'm gonna work so hard that he would never have to deal with that.
Well,
like, you know, I need to keep that in mind.
Some things where it comes out like you may have to deal with a lot more in your life. Like my brother right now, he's dealing with a lot more than me. Like the amount of stuff that he's dealing with. But sooner or later, I'm probably going to end up having those same struggles, you know? So it's just, time comes, time goes, you know? Things come and go.
No, I feel that, but it's just like, you know, like, it's just like me and my brother had a talk not too long ago and everything. It's just like, I think it was like before Thanksgiving or whatever, I think. And it was just like, he was just talking. We're just going on and on about like how like our family's kind of separated. And see, like, Taurus kind of found like new, like, not want to say new family members or whatever, but he sounds like a new, like, you know, sense of support, like with his girlfriend's family. And they pretty much teach him like he's a son and everything, like he's a part of the family, you know, because like he's always been good, because he's always good to like their daughter and everything. And it's just like, you know, like I feel like I was kind of like a surrogate parent for my brother in a sense, you know, like when like, you know,
brothers are.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know, so in a sense, I don't want to say like I raised him in a sense, but there's like a sense of like influence I have in regards to
too.
Yeah, sense of pride too. I am very proud of my brother and everything. You know, he was really, really good at sports. You know, it really sucks. Like he he was basically just kind of let that whole football thing like kind of die down. But it's just like, then they just influence the type of music taste he has and everything. It was because of, and all the other stuff. It's because like music taste, like him and like his girlfriend actually had a conversation. It's just like stuff like that. Like they talk about all types of old music that most kids like their age wouldn't even talk about.
Yeah, like 50s, 60s, stuff like that.
Yeah, not 50s, 60s, but like 90s, like 90s hip hop, 80s, like rap and hip hop type stuff. That's what really got them going and everything. And it's just like I feel like he attributes that to like me like showing him the door to like a lot of that stuff. So it's like I feel like I take pride, not take like pride, but it's just like like I understand.
I taught you that. That's me.
Yeah, but it's just like but it just like we're just talking and it's just like he just go on and it's just like it's just like. Like, and he was kind of about to start stopping, like, crying type stuff. Like, I don't care what nobody says about you. I don't care about this, that. I don't care. Like, I'm proud of you and everything. It's just like, people used to say, like, oh, yeah, like, your brother, sister. It's like, it's just like, because he sees how I'm doing in like, college and university and everything. And I just kind of like, after a while, after your first couple semesters where you're doing good, it's like, it's whatever at that point. Because it's like, okay, I just work hard. I get the work in when I need to, and then it's just like but it's like to him it's like a huge transformation because it's like he always knew that I was smart, even when other people would say like not kind of like say I wasn't or like I was kind of less than or whatever. He always saw myself as just like an like above average intelligence type of stuff, and then it's just like but it's like to him it's like I always knew like you were smart and everything. I always knew it's just like it's like he just said he didn't care what anybody said because it's just like, but it's like to actually see it, to actually prove to people that it's just like that I am like more than that. I feel like it's kind of like inspiring to him in a sense. So it's just like it's just one of those things I have to keep in mind when I'm feeling suicidal. I feel like I don't want to be on Earth anymore. It's just like it would really hurt a lot of people, and like I have all
the people you love the most.
Yeah, and I have like a whole list, and like you're on that list too, by the way. It's not a hit list. It's just like just a list of just people like that. Was just like that I would bum out, or I would really make sad if I really did. If I wasn't on Earth anymore. And it's just like I always try to look at that list, and I just try to remind myself, maybe just one more day. Let me just keep it going. Let me just keep trying. And it's just like it's so freaking. It's just so because like, I'm stuck in this weird conundrum I can't even explain. But it's just like I always try to go to spiritual guys to see like they better see into the future. It better be fucking accurate because like that's $100 just so you can put some cards out. But it's just like
you might need to go to a different $100, motherfucker.
No, sometimes it'd be 20, but it's just
like still like I wouldn't be paying no $100. I'd be like, all right, I can wait for my future.
Dude was mad accurate though. I got a list of females and everybody asking about it's like, oh yeah, this girl was like mad childish.
Turns out it's you in the future.
It's like
just to score a couple $100 from me.
No. It's like yeah, I need to
over myself.
it's like vegetable oil. Like we got flying cars now. I need this money. But it's just like, but anyway, it's just like anyway. But it's like I do. It's just like okay, yeah. Like so, I brought this one list of females and everything that I had connection. Like oh yeah, this girl right here. Like yeah, she was very childish. And I'm like oh my gosh, she was fucking childish. And like even this one girl I didn't even put on the list and everything. It was just like oh yeah, this girl put you through a whole lot of mental abuse. And I'm like holy shit, how did he know that?
How did you know?
And then she's like, her name wasn't Sierra.
I'm just using a substitute name.
Yeah, but it was just right. And like this one girl was like oh yeah, this girl had like no confidence, and I'm like okay, this is fucking scary as shit. Cause like ain't no way you would fucking know this shit. And it's just like so it's like
it was you.
No, you. I'm like it was just a white guy, dude. That's unless I came back as a white dude, it's just like. But it's like, but it's just like yeah, it's just things like that are like one of the things that just keeps me going and everything, and it just keeps in mind like like yeah, I will get over this. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna live a wonderful and bountiful life. And you would even say like like yeah, your music career, like yeah, you can be successful. Your podcasting is gonna be successful too. But it's all just a matter of just how you invest yourself into it. That's it.
I gotta get going.
So. Yeah, no, it's fine. It seems like we're coming to an end anyway. So it's like I like to thank Taylor Huntley We go back like so many years and everything. You know, this is a very, very good episode. Like, dude, I really hope this video recording, like, I mean, this not video recording, this recording, like, really, like, captures everything pretty well.
I hope so too.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, man, it's like, it's in my link tree and everything. You want to check this episode out, but it's like, yeah, I think this is like the 20th or 19th episode. Whatever episode this is, it's a good ass episode. You know,
Good ass episode.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you.
Don't even
Taylor
number it.
again.
Just, there you go, man.
Shake your hand. Yeah.
If you didn't notice, we were shaking hands.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks, Taylor. I really do appreciate it for like hopping on because
No
like
problem,
I appreciate
no
it. It really
anytime,
helps.
anytime.
All right, but yeah, but that's it for the Mental Threads podcast. Toasty out.